שמו, בזכו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בזכו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בזכו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בזכו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני, שירו לאדוני, שירו לאדוני. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בזכו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בזכו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בזכו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shabbat Shalom. Rav Hillel Omer, im ein ani li mili, u'ksha'ani la'atzmi ma'ani, v'im lo akshav ematai. If I am not for myself, who will be for me? If I am only for myself, what am I? And if not now, when? These words, found in Pirkei Avot and taught by Rabbi Hillel, epitomize the life journey of Joseph, which begins in this week's Torah portion by Yeshev, and can serve as a barometer of engagement in our lives today. Joseph begins his life thinking only of himself, arrogantly sharing his dreams of his future stature and influence with his family. Yet over time, he learns to truly see others, to listen to them and hear what moves them and what causes them angst, and he begins to see what he can do to make their lives better. He will eventually come to understand that helping others does not mean he has to lose sight of himself. Rav Hillel's teaching speaks to us as well. Im ein ani li mili. It is important for us to take care of ourselves, to nurture our spiritual lives and our physical well-being. U'ch'ani la'atzmi ma'ani. To be a whole person, we must reach out to others as well, showing our care and concern and helping to make others' lives more holy to the best of our ability. V'im lo akshav ematai. There's no better time to practice this balance than now. Shabbat is the perfect time to stop, pause, and consider, how do I balance my own needs with my need to be there for others? How can I create space for rest and renewal so that I can be ready when needed? As we turn to page 3, welcoming Shabbat with light, Cheryl, come on up. Let the light of the candles remind you to let the light of others into your life. Im lo akshav ematai. If not now, when?
As these Shabbat lights give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
We turn now to page 5 as we sanctify this moment with Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'ahavahu v'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaro l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tehila l'mikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tzihat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'acharta, v'yatanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'ahavahu v'ratzon hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
L'chaim. We continue now with Kabbalat Shabbat, our songs welcoming Shabbat, making us ready for the service, for our rest to come. Page 12, we join together singing Psalm 95.
Let us sing unto God a new song. Let us sing unto God a new song. La 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 Neranina Ladonai, Naria Litzor Yeshenu, Nekalma Fana Betoda, Pismirot Naria Lo, Pismirot Naria Lo. Sing la la la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Let us sing unto God a new song. Let us sing unto God a new song. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la. Turn to page 22. As we sing Tov Lahodot Ladonai, it starts on the third line. Tov Lahodot Ladonai, Tov Lahodot Ladonai, Ulezamer L'Shimcha Elyon. Tov Lahodot Ladonai, Tov Lahodot Ladonai, Ulezamer L'Shimcha Elyon. L'hagid b'boker, b'boker chastecha, ve'emunatcha b'leilot. L'hagid b'boker, b'boker chastecha, ve'emunatcha b'leilot. Tov lechodot Adonai, Tov lechodot Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lechodot Adonai, Tov lechodot Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon.
Turn back one page, page 20 and 21. We join together singing Lechado D, welcoming Shabbat as a community. We sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we reach Bo'i v'Shalom, our final verse, we will rise, turning to face the entrance of our sanctuary, beckoning that Sabbath spirit towards us. And if you're joining us on live stream, do the same. Rise, bringing that Sabbath spirit towards you as well. Together, page 20.
Shamor v'zachor b'dibar echad hishmianu el hamyachad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet v'litila l'echad oni l'echad kala v'nei Shabbat nechad Shabbat lechuvenecha ki himekor haberacha mirosh mikedem nesucha sof maseh v'machshavat china lecha nori likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nechavela hitarari kiva orech kumi ari uri shir naveri kavod Adonai alayek nigla lecha noni likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nechavela Mo'i v'shalom atarabala gam besimcha u'v'tzola toch emuneh am sekula mo'i kala l'achadoni likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nechavela.
Turn to those around you, wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Let them know you're glad they're here. Introduce yourself to new people if you see them. That was not enough hellos. We needed just a couple more. All right, please remain standing as we turn to Chatzi Kaddish on page 26, and we will remain standing through Shema.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'amad yivrach yirutei ve'amlik malchutei mechayechon avyon echon u'mechayenecha beit Yisrael Bagala u'v'yismahan kariv v'yimeru Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mivarach le'olam olam ve'omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitalel v'yitalal shemei t'chudashav v'richu Leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata tamira me'ama v'yimeru Amen. Baruch Adonai
continue together Hamariv Aravim on page 30. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma potech sha'arim, uvitvuna mishanei itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakira kirtsono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, Uma'avir yom umevi laila, umavdil bein yom uvein laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid imloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. On page 33 at the top, we join together. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated as we continue chanting on page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ela asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinanta levanecha v'divarta b'ham v'shivtecha b'beitecha v'v'achtecha v'aterech v'v'shokbecha v'chumecha v'kshartam le'ot ayadecha v'hayu letoktafot b'neinecha v'ktavtam amizuzot beitecha v'visharecha Lema'an tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim leloechem Ani Adonai Eloechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim li'olachem le'elohim Ani Adonai Eloechem.
On the bottom of page 39, we read responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha netar b'kodesh. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha netar b'kodesh. No Kodesh. Nora Tehillah Oseh. Nora Tehillah Oseh. Adonai Imloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar ki pad Adonai Jacob ugehalo miad chazak mimenu Baruch ata Adonai Gal Yisrael.
Page 42. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up our guardian to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. Page 44.
V'yishamer v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת להנהרתם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש וביום השביעי שבת וינפש.
We rise for the Amidah, beginning on page 46.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agit tegilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, let my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Ahavot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem, Leman Shema V'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol atah Rab Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Marid HaGashem, Mechakel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayei HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim B'Rofei Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mechayei B'Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamo chava gevurot, umina melach, melach meimid u'mechaye, u'matzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata l'chayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh ha'chol. Atah kadosh v'shicha kadosh, u'kadoshim v'chol yom yalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kadosh.
You may be seated. We continue on the top of page 55. Together. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. As we turn to page 57, I'm going to share a reading with you from elsewhere in our Siddur, in our prayer book, and we will come together for the Chatimah, that last line in Hebrew, as we focus on Avodah, our section about prayer. Every word of one's prayer should be like a rose that is picked from a bush. One gathers rose upon rose until a bouquet is formed and can be offered to God as a beautiful blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levarecha be'ira na'avod. Page 59. When we behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and stars that you set in place, what are we humans that you are mindful of us? We mortals that you take note of us. You made us little less than divine, adorned us with glory and majesty. You gave us dominion over your handiwork, laying the world at our feet. How majestic is your name throughout the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. On page 61, we join together in our prayer for peace. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. We take a moment now for our own silent prayers.
Adonai tzori v'gavali, Adonai tzori v'gavali. Yehu l'ratzon imrefi,
Seder Kriyat Torah, our service for the reading of Torah, page 245. Assemble the people, men, women, and children, and the strangers in your cities, to hear, to learn, to revere Adonai your God, to observe faithfully the words of this Torah, and let their children who do not yet know it hear, that they too may learn to revere Adonai your God. We rise in honor of our Torah.
Ein kamocha ba'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein k'ma'asecha. Malchutcha malchut kol ha'olamim, u'memshaltecha b'kol nor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai hos le'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
On the bottom of page 247, we read responsively. In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now.
Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah. Le'amo Yisrael v'hikdushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo. Gadol Adonai Itihi Unerobim Shemo Yachtav. Lecha Adonai Hagdulah Hagburah V'Tiferet V'Hanetzach V'Hahod. Ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz. Ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz. Lecha Adonai Hamalacha Aminaseh Lechol Erosh. Hinei matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov, hinei matov. Adonai, 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 Adonai. Hinei matov, hinei matov. Adonai, 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 Adonai. Hinei matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov, hinei matov. Adonai, Adonai, Adonai. Hinei matov, hinei matov. Adonai, Adonai, Adonai. One more time. Hinei matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
This week, I spent 15 hours in a conference for the Elu Ve'elu Fellowship for Leading in Polarized Times, a 3-day Zoom opening to the fellowship with Jewish clergy. Walking around with the Torah, hold on. A 3-day Zoom opening to the fellowship with Jewish clergy from around the country and across streams of Judaism. It is being hosted by the One America movement, which focuses on confronting toxic polarization in our society, specifically by equipping faith communities and leaders to confront division and work together across political, racial, and religious divides to solve problems that matter. We learned about the technical understandings of polarization, and then how polarization and trauma are so very interconnected. We explored how to tell stories and dialogue through deep divides, while also seeking to entangle ethics from morals and understand national data on this very topic. Our last day was practical application, as we learned about a congregation that has done this work in various ways, and then tips and tricks for our own worlds. All of it honestly made my head swim. And then I had to write this Devar Torah, and all of a sudden, this week's portion of Vayeshev helped me see polarization in our own Torah. Vayeshev, which means "and he settled," tells the story of Jacob and his sons, including the well-known tale of Joseph and his coat of many colors. We know that Jacob favored Joseph, something that I think parents should aspire not to do. This special treatment led to jealousy and resentment. Now, I will say that Joseph didn't help himself either, with him sharing his dreams about how he would be in charge of his brothers one day. Needless to say, the relationship between Joseph and his brothers is tense at best. The first time we really hear about the tension is right in the beginning of the Torah portion. In verses 3 and 4, it said, "Now Israel loved Joseph," Israel being Jacob, "loved Joseph best of all his sons. And when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than any of his brothers, they hated him, so that they could not speak a friendly or peaceful word to him." What does a friendly or peaceful word, dabru l'shalom, really mean? According to Rabbi Neil J. Lovinger, our commentators look at this statement in different ways. Rashi, a medieval Jewish French rabbi, says they didn't speak with him at all, whereas other commentators say that they spoke to Joseph resentfully or spoke amongst themselves in non-peaceful ways against Joseph. Rashi at least tries to give the other brothers a little bit of credit by pointing out that at least they weren't hypocrites. They didn't pretend to love him while hating him in their hearts, but rather they avoided him altogether. Okay, but our verse also says something really fascinating. They hated him so that they could not, velo yachlu, speak a friendly or peaceful word to him. Why could they not speak to him peacefully? Couldn't Torah just say the brothers didn't say anything nice to him? Instead, it says they couldn't. Think about a time in the past few years where you have said, "I cannot even talk to that person because they believe X," or "I cannot stand to be around that person because they said Y," or anything to that effect. Honestly, it's hard for me to think of only one time. We've been so inundated with this idea that when we don't agree with someone, are frustrated by someone, we can just cross them off our list, we can unfriend them, delete their number, never speak to them again. How often have we come back to that person to understand how they arrived to their belief without responding in turn? How often have we said, our relationship is bigger than X or Y, we can just agree to disagree, and then never talked about X or Y ever again? That's happened to me a lot. I have watched families ripped apart by political differences, disagreements on the popular issues of the day, and what are facts or misinformation. It's heartbreaking, and it's reality. This is the reality in the Joseph story, as the division comes to a head when the brothers conspire to kill Joseph and blame it on an animal. Reuben, one of the brothers, speaks up and says, "We don't need to kill him. Let's just throw him in a pit, and surely an animal will come and kill him eventually, but then the blood isn't on your hands." This is the Rabbi Jurgen translation, not the direct translation, but you get the idea. We know that Reuben is trying to distract the brothers and really doesn't want Joseph hurt at all because, spoiler alert, he even comes back to check on Joseph later. Rabbeinu Bachya, an 11th and 12th century Torah commentator from Spain, explains that if Reuben had said immediately, "We will not kill him," he would have given away his intention to save Joseph and the fact that he had pity on him. So Reuben therefore added the word nephesh, soul, to convince his brothers that his strategy was not aimed at saving Joseph's fate, but at saving his brothers from committing an unpardonable sin. The prohibition of murdering someone in cold blood is absolute and knows of no exceptions. This irreparable harm didn't come from out of the blue. It built up to this point. They didn't know how to care about each other's nephesh, their soul, because they were blindsided by differences, distrust, and jealousy. We are at a time when I feel this divisiveness at every turn. We have gotten complacent with not seeing the humanity, the nephesh, the soul, in each person, and instead letting our differences, our distrust, and our jealousy separate us. I don't have all the answers, and my hours on Zoom didn't give me a roadmap for how we can eliminate polarization and divisiveness in our world, but I know that we have to get to the heart of things. Not just the issues or the political discussions. In fact, don't even start with that. We have to get to the heart of each other. What makes the other person tick? How do we develop relationships with a foundation of trust, understanding, respect, even love? What happened in someone's life that gives them perspectives on things that are different from ours? Talking, storytelling, getting together for coffee, intergenerational dialogue, all focused around icebreakers so that when we do need to talk about polarizing issues, we have already solidified a foundation of that love, trust, friendship, and understanding. We have so many preconceived notions that we think this political party member or that political party member will think this or that, and studies have shown that most of the time, we're totally off base. We're not taking the time to talk to each other and share in a calm way. We're just sitting there making judgments and assumptions. This is something that I'm trying to do on a more calculated basis. When I have done this, I have learned so much about the other person, their beliefs, their background, and what makes them tick. Even more, I learn about myself. In articulating my thoughts in a deep, intentional conversation, I'm able to see more clearly what I know, or even what I don't know, about my opinion of things. The dialogue doesn't always get me to change my mind, and frankly, that's not the intention. But it allows me to not get dragged into the toxic polarization that we have in our society. Let us be better than Joseph and his brothers. Let us rise above our differences and use our abilities to bring people together rather than push them further apart. It is not always easy, but it is always worth it. By focusing on what we have in common and working together towards a common goal, we can overcome even the deepest divisions. Let us choose to be a force for unity and understanding in a world that often seems divided. Let us reject the easy path of polarization and instead work to build bridges of communication and cooperation. In this way, each one of us can make the world a better place. Shabbat Shalom.
Yesher koach. So we apologize. The Hebrew of the Torah text we're going to read somehow did not make it into the order of service. We'll work on doing that a little better for next week. It's my pleasure to invite up our president, Debbie Roos, to share in our Torah blessings. And I'm going to read from Genesis 37, verses 19 to 22, and then after I read that, Debbie, surprise, we'll read the English so you know how it connects so beautifully to Rabbi Yergin's Devar Torah.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Vayomru ish el achiv, hine ba'al hachalamot halazeba, ve'ata lechu v'nehargehu, v'nishlechehu, ve'echad habarot, ve'amarnu chaya ra'a achalathu, v'nir'eh ma yadu chalamotav. Vayishma Reuven, vayitza lehu me'adam, vayomer lo na'akanu nefesh, vayomer alehem Reuven, al tishafchu dam, hashlichu oto, el habor hazeh, asher b'midbar, v'yad el tishlachu bo, leman hatzil oto, me'adam, leheshivu el aviv. Will you read the English? Right there. That would be phenomenal. Thank you.
They said to one another, "Here comes that dreamer. Come now, let us kill him and throw him into one of the pits. And we can say, a savage beast devoured him. We shall see what comes of his dreams." But when Reuben heard it, he tried to save him from them. He said, "Let us not take his life." And Reuben went on, "Shed no blood. Cast him into that pit out in the wilderness, but do not touch him yourselves," intending to save him from them and restore him to his father. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chaye olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Thank you so much. I know.
In the presence of Torah, we have several wonderful blessings to share. I'm going to start with a birthday blessing for Terry Davis, who I think is joining us online in celebration of her 80th birthday. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov ve'imotenu Sarai Rivka Leah v'Rachel. May the Holy One who blessed our ancestors before us bless Terry, a cherished member of our congregation, as she celebrates a milestone birthday, 80 years young this past Wednesday, filled with strength, creativity, and a never-ending love of family. Holy One, a blessing, we thank you for the gift of life and for everything that enriches our lives. Be with Terry now and always. May she be blessed with health and happiness, strength of purpose, good health, and strong mind, and feel a sense of peace and fulfillment in her life. Terry, as a child of Temple Beth-El, connected to so many TBE members, filled with pride for your granddaughter Autumn, former SAFTI president and UT grad. We pray that as we celebrate this birthday milestone, that you will be blessed for many years to come with an abundance of blessing, health, wholeness, and happiness as well. And so we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu lehigianu la'azman hazeh. Blessed are you, O God, whose presence fills creation, giving us life, sustaining us, enabling us to reach this moment of joy. Happy birthday, Terry. Amen. Amen. The next two people are here in the sanctuary. Steve Kovner, come on up for a very special 70th birthday blessing in the presence of Torah. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham, Yitzhak, v'Yaakov, v'Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the Holy One who blessed our ancestors before us bless this wonderful member of our congregation, Steve Kovner, as he celebrates a milestone birthday next week. Next week? Mm-hmm. Okay. 70 years old and filled with continued energy, engagement, and always good cheer. Holy One of blessing, we thank you for the gift of life and for everything that enriches our lives. Be with Steve now and always. May he be blessed with health and happiness, strength of purpose, and unending energy to celebrate his life as it continues to unfold. As we honor Steve for the gifts he brings to this sacred community as a temple leader, teacher of Torah, steward of this historic building, beloved husband to Elaine, and dedicated father and grandfather, we pray that each day brings an abundance of blessing as well, health and happiness to him and his wonderful family. And so we say again, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lasman hazeh. Blessed are you, O God, whose presence fills creation, giving us life, sustaining us, enabling us to reach this moment of joy. Amen.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. We have a hat trick. Hazel Feldman, come on up. For a special birthday blessing. You're wearing higher heels than I am. It does, okay. Well, it's just very fashionable. Put your hand right there. Okay. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham, Yitzhak, v'Yaakov, v'Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel. May the Holy One who blessed our ancestors before us bless this cherished member of our congregation, Hazel, as she celebrates her birthday, 97 and full of energy and life. Amazing. Holy One, a blessing as you've sustained Hazel these many years, giving her the gift of family, her beloved Herbert, a blessed memory, loving children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren in abundance. May she continue to be blessed with a life of meaning and love. Holy One, a blessing, we thank you for the gift of life and for everything that enriches our lives. Be with Hazel now and always. May she be blessed with health and happiness, feel a sense of peace and fulfillment, having arrived at this place in her life's journey. Let her look out with wisdom from the high ground of her years and experiences over the terrain of her life, with a sense of appreciation for the journey made and a sense of expectation for her life as it continues to unfold. And so we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, our God, whose presence fills creation, giving us life, sustaining us, enabling us to reach this moment of joy. Happy birthday. She's going to escort. Seriously, check out her awesome shoes. Torah is our source of strength and blessing, and also holds us and connects us together in moments of sorrow and moments of healing. And so in the presence of Torah, we offer prayers of healing now. If there's someone in your life, someone you hold in your heart in need of healing, I invite you to think about them now. Close your eyes if you wish, to picture them, and whisper their names out loud. We link the names of those in our own lives with those of our greater community in need of healing. Their names are on our order of service in our healing list. And we know that we are each strengthened by each other's presence and that our prayers of healing lift up those in need. We sing together our prayer for healing, which you can find on your order of service, El Na Rifana La. Dear God of our ancestors,
Dear God of our ancestors,
help us renew our faith.
help us renew our faith.
Grant us perfect healing.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Bring peace to all our days.
Bring peace to all our days.
Restore our strength of body.
Restore our strength of body.
Help clarify our minds.
Help clarify our minds.
Restore our tired spirits.
Refresh our tired spirits.
Rejuvenate our lights.
Rejuvenate our lives. We turn to page 252, Rising in Honor of Our Torah.
V'zot Torah asher sa Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. Avivim v'yad Moshe. Page 256.
We continue with Aleinu, page 283.
Aleinu l'shameach l'adon hakol, l'tet geula liotzer breshit, shehu samcha l'chinu liached et shemo, v'gohar aleinu l'hamlich malchuto, v'anachnu chorim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech melchei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'namar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz v'yom hahu v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad v'shemo v'shemo v'shemo
may be seated. As we turn to page 289 for our memorial meditation, we note with sadness the death of Sandra Wolf, mother of Kim Wolf and Jason Bishop, Lonnie and Lenora Wolf, and Barry Wolf, grandmother of Halen, Asher, and Siri Bishop, Rachel Wolf, and her sister-in-law Barbara Wolf, and numerous nieces, nephews, and cousins in the Wolf and Shadanoff families. Funeral services will be held at noon on Sunday, December 18th at Temple Beth-El Memorial Park Cemetery. We also note with sadness the death of Mark Rogo, husband of Moira Rogo, father of Elena and Gabriel and Amory Rogo, and Kieran Rogo. Funeral services will be held at 1 p.m. on Friday, January 6th at Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery. We also note with sadness the death of Rose Kamen, mother of Temple Beth-El member Roy Kamen and Wayne Kamen. Funeral services will be held at 1 p.m. on Friday, December 23rd at Temple Beth-El Memorial Park Cemetery. We turn now to the words of Rabbi Chaim Stern on 289. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows. It is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our lives are full. But as night follows day, the candle of our life burns down and gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory, slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. Our thoughts turn now to those in our community who have died at this time in years past. As we mark their yard sites, we remember them. Jack Art, Norbert T. Auerbach, Blanche Barnett, Oscar Beck, Eleanor K. Benjamin, Joseph Berlowitz, Henrietta Blend, Dan C. Boone, Matthew Cervantes, Herbert Charles, Marilyn Charles, Judah Cohen, Jerry Cutler, Natalie Dalkowitz, Jean Doherty, Beatrice Davis, Miriam Densky, Leonard Dietz, Sylvia Demetman, Miriam Eisner, Joseph Fink, Milton Fink, Carlton Foote, Pearl Frost, Sadie Glickenhaus, Etta Goldstein, Abraham Goodman, Joseph Gillian, Hilmer H. Hubaum, Edna S. Hollander, Mike Holliday, Ruth Friedman Callison, Samuel Kennedy, Isaac Kirschberg, Lena Kolodny, Elizabeth Korzeniowski, Dorothy Kressbach, Elaine Wolf Kustoff, Henrietta Lang, Samuel Lauber, Alex Levinson, Barbara Wexner Levy, Joseph Levy, William Lowe, Dennis McCune, Juliet Madden, Drew Michaels, Rebecca Miller, Ben Mitchell, Julie Freeman Novich, Julius Palins, Sanford Panitz, Frida Radinsky, Dorothy Ratner, Joe Rabinowitz, Bernard Rubin, Joe Rubin, Tilly Setlow, Leatrice Letty Simon, Estelle Waingar, Haruzi Wainshaw, Mina Waxberg, Saul Wolfson, and Joseph Ziskin. We also think of those who have been laid to rest in the past 30 days, whose families are in a mourning period of Shloshim. We remember Elaine Spanier, Anna Rado, Ephraim Graff, Marjorie Gernsbacher, and Linda Rogers. To all of these names, we add those which are in our hearts each and every day as we turn to Kaddish Yatom on page 294, rising together as one community. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yeruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'elam u'mei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Ta'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. You may be seated. I'd like to invite forward Debbie Roos, President of our Board of Trustees, to deliver tonight's announcements.
I'd like to welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us in the sanctuary and in your own sacred space. As a person with a bachelor's degree in English, I'm fascinated by words. Some of the words I ponder most these days are Beth-El, house of God. Part of it, I'm sure, is because I say Beth-El no less than 30 to 40 times a day, or refer to it in some form or fashion. TBE, Temple, Temple Beth-El, the synagogue. But truly, it's the house of God part that really has me most absorbed. Sometimes I'm in awe of the literalness of the translation. This is God's house. God lives here. The majesty of our dome, the grandeur of our sanctuary, the beauty of our stained glass windows intend to honor and reflect our heavenly tenant. There is no mistaking the work that takes place under this roof. Before 211 Belknap, God lived on Jefferson and Travis Streets. This building is actually our second home. This factoid caught my attention and shifted my perspective. Beth-El, home of God. That single word change, while jarring on one hand because it sounds so foreign, really got me thinking. What's the difference between a house and a home? According to Ralph Waldo Emerson, a house is made with walls and beams. A home is built with love and dreams. That could not be more fitting for Temple Beth-El. We are more than the structures surrounding us. We are more than the fixtures and the decorations. We are the relationships and the stories. We are the arguments and the apologies. We are the laughters and the tears. And we are most certainly the love and the dreams. While I am sure Beth-El, home of God, will not catch on as our new nomenclature, I do find that it feels more accessible, more personal, more inviting. And don't we all crave accessible, personal, inviting? God's earthly real estate investment is most certainly precious to all of us, but it is fractionally as valuable as what has been and what is being built inside it. We are Temple Beth-El, and we are the warmth, the color, and the spirit that makes this place our sacred home. Thank you to all who participated in our service tonight, and a special thanks to Cheryl Davis for lighting our Shabbat candles. I saw you, and now, there you are. No, thank you. Here are some upcoming events at Temple. On Sunday, December 18th, all ages are invited to volunteer at the San Antonio Food Bank. Please contact Ross Halfant to find out more information. Join Temple Beth-El for Hanukkah dinner and Hanukkah lighting on Friday, December 23rd, immediately following services. Dinner is $20 for adults and $12 for children under 10. There's still time to volunteer for the first responders meal on Saturday, December 25th. We're currently needing donations of groceries and financial support for this project. This year we are feeding over 1,000 people, so anything helps. To donate monetarily for this endeavor, please contact Michael Ringel or Dolly Klosna or go online to the Temple website. On Christmas morning, Temple Beth-El will help prepare and serve meals to the unhoused population at Travis Park Church and Corazon Ministries. We'll meet at 7:15 at the Corazon Cafe to cook food, and meal service begins at 9 a.m. This is a limited opportunity for 10 volunteers, so please contact Ross Halfant. Travel to Israel March 6th through the 16th on an interfaith trip led by Rabbi Maranathan and Reverend Beth Knowlton from St. Mark's Episcopal Church. There will be opportunities to discuss the complex social, religious, political, and security issues of the region. And today is the last day to register, so if you're planning to go on this trip, please go to the Temple website under the Adult Learning tab. This is a final urgent request. If you were in the gift shop earlier this evening, please check your purses and your pockets to see if Sharon Teish's keys are actually accidentally in your belongings. She cannot get home. Her car keys are in your pockets or somewhere. So really, I'm not kidding. Please check your stuff. Everything going on at Temple is listed in our website calendar or in our weekly email, which arrives in your inbox around 4 p.m. on Thursday afternoon. Shabbat Shalom.
We're going to end our service as we began with Rabbi Hillel's teaching. Im ein ani li mili is on page 340. Hopefully you remember the song from Days of Yore. Please rise. Page 340. Im ein ani li mili וכשאני לעצמי אמני ואם לא עכשיו מתי אם אין אני לי מילי וכשאני לעצמי אמני ואם לא עכשיו מתי בכל דור ודור חייב אדם לראות את עצמו כאילו יצא ממצרים אם אין אני לי מילי וכשאני לעצמי אמני ואם לא עכשיו מתי